Phil Heath, The Gift and the Curse. The stage is not a stage. It is a battlefield. The lights are not lights. They are blazing suns, burning into the eyes of warriors who dare step into the arena. And in the center of that battlefield stood a man who was more than flesh, more than muscle. Phil Heath. They called him the Gift. But what is a gift if it demands blood, bone, and soul in return? What is a gift if it chains a man to destiny so heavy that even the strongest struggle to bear it? Phil Heath wasn't born into bodybuilding. He was not sculpted in the shadows of giants. He began as an ordinary man, chasing basketball dreams. Yet the iron called to him. Slowly, painfully, it devoid the boy he was and birthed the titan he was meant to become. Every rip became ritual, every set a war against weakness. His muscles didn't grow, they erupted. His arms became the hammers of gods, his back wings carved in granite, his chest unbreakable shield. The transformation wasn't human, it was otherworldly. When Heath first stepped under the searing lights of the Olympia stage, silence swept across the hall. It wasn't awe alone, it was fear. Fear of something beyond comprehension. Competitors who had trained all their lives felt their hearts sink, because in front of them stood not a rival, but a storm. From 2011 to 2017, that storm raged. 7 Olympias, 7 crowns. 7 times the world watched as Phil Heath tore through expectations, defying the limits of muscle, symmetry, and perfection. To fans, he was the embodiment of glory. To rivals, he was an executioner, ending careers with a single pose. But glory is never without shadow. With every title, the world demanded more. Critics circled like vultures. Rivals sharpened their claws. Heath was no longer allowed to be human. He was demanded to be flawless. Every slight flaw became a weapon. Every injury became a whisper of weakness. The same stage that once crowned him began to suffocate him. He was accused of arrogance, of being cold, of ruling with disdain. Yet behind the glare of cameras was a man waging war against pain no one else could see. Torn muscles, scarred flesh, nights when the weight of expectation pressed harder than any barbell. Phil Heath was both king and prisoner. His throne stood high above all, but its chains dug deep into his soul. And yet, he did not fall. Even when dethroned, even when rivals rose to challenge him, even when the world screamed that his reign was over, Phil Heath's eyes told another story. A story of a man who was not finished. A man who carried a fire that no defeat could extinguish. For this was not about trophies, not about applause. It was about immortality. Every flex, every pose, every vein exploding under his skin was his declaration. I am not done. I am eternal. Phil Heath's legacy is not just 7 Olympias. It is the storm he carried into every arena. It is the fear he carved into the hearts of competitors.